Yeah, and you can imagine Ryan Chase dancing around his house to the KRBE hits that are going on all day.
Nothing else to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People who want to be social are not allowed to be. We all know this. It is smart to stay home. Hashtag stay home. Hashtag flatten the curve. Hashtag. We'll just talk all in hashtags. Well, what about when you want to just get social from your house? How do you pull that off? You may have heard us have Mark Owen on the station before. He is from Events and Adventures, and just the sheer name of his social program is what we're not supposed to be having right now. Events or Adventures. Well, maybe by yourself. So Mark's going to tell us how to navigate that in quarantine. Good morning, Mark. Welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show.
Hey, guys. How are you doing?
Hey, Mark, we're great. So what are you doing right now? I mean, now that people are pretty much all quarantined, how can you have an event or an adventure?
You know what? First, this is supposed to be physical distancing, not social distancing. They have completely named this poorly. Okay,
I agree with you,
even
Mark.
though we're stuck in our house, there's so many things you can do. Yeah?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I agree with you on the physical, because yes, it's physical distancing with socially connecting. That's really what it is. Right?
Yeah, and right now, and people are so lonely right now. If let's say you move to a new town and now you're stuck in your apartment, that's miserable. It is so bad, and you need to be able to reach out and have conversations and really socialize with other people to just not go nuts.
So tell people how, what's like a good way to do that? I know that you're also online. Do you guys have like Zoom meetings or anything like that? Like I'm doing Zoom
obviously, right now you can't do the physical thing. So we're doing all sorts of online events. We're doing like 50 online events just this week.
Wow.
So what's an online event like? So, everybody just looks into the camera. There's a whole bunch of people on the screen at once, and like, hey, how you doing?
Oh, we've done a little bit of that, right? But we've done things like little cooking classes where we'll have a chef, and the ingredients are really simple. Everybody makes the meal at their own home, and then, we're Zooming together and having this conversation while we're eating. Or for lazy people, we had an event where we all just ordered in our favorite pizza. We all ate our pizza together and bragged and said, hey, look, there's my pizza. The important thing is to have the conversations, right? We had like a scavenger hunt. So everybody was on the screen and we're like, okay, everybody has toilet paper, right? I mean, it's like you go get it in your own house and bring it out. But the important thing, we have amazing event managers all around the country, and their job is to find something interesting to get you engaged. But what's different about ours is that you actually get to talk to everybody. Even like we did, I'm spacing on his name. Oh my God. We did, a national comedian, because comedians are all completely out of work right now, right? And came in, did a big set for us, like an hour set. And then afterwards for like a half hour, he was like talking it up and having fun with our members. They were able to, talk with him and joke, and just this personal interaction, because you really need to talk to people and you need to emotionally connect with people in this time when, I don't know if you noticed, but it seems more stressful every day, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking to Mark from Events and Adventures. Mark, let me ask you something. So when you've got all this big group of people and they're all in, a video conference together, say you make a connection with one person, what do? You just say, hey, you want to take this offline?
You know what? I had a member. This was the coolest little story. And he found this gal in the club. He talked to her at a couple of events before. And so what he did was he took dinner to her house, and he dropped it off the door, knocked on the door, waved at her for a few minutes from afar, then went back to his place, and they had the dinner that he made for them. And they sat on Zoom and did their little dinner thing, right? If you're a dude, you can be romantic. There's ways to do this.
And Mark, we've found from our listeners, especially last week when we were talking about how do you try and, have some kind of interaction with the opposite sex in this time, people are talking more on the phone. It's not just text. It's getting a lot more physical, if that's possible. They're speaking to each other and FaceTiming each other, where before it'd be a text, and then maybe a date, a face-to-face. So it is really changing how you're interacting with somebody that you are interested in or just want to be social with. And I think it's a great point you made about people who have moved here that are new. We said this for years, Mark, on the Rule and Ryan show. When you are an adult, it is very hard to make friends as an adult. Most people, if you look at your friend circle, came from your childhood or your high school years, or your college years. And when you move to a new town, it's very hard to have real close friends. So how do people sign up if they are new to town and they just feel miserably alone, like they just want some kind of interaction?
Well, obviously, I'd love if they joined Events and Adventures, but the important thing is to find something that you can do that you have some kind of interest in, where there are other single people. You don't want to be hanging around with, all the neighborhood married people if you're, in that situation. So finding a place where you can be around a lot of the singles, I think, is the most important thing. With Events and Adventures, obviously, everybody's single in our club. You have to be single to be a member. One weird thing that's happened is that our members are actually more active now than before. Because normally, you get to 1 or 2 things a week, right, physically that you go to. So we have members that are going to 10, 15 things in a week because they're at home, they're working from home, and they're like, oh, hey, they're doing a happy hour. I'm gonna hop in on that. And some people are more active now than they were before all this happened, which is just insane. Right, I never would have thought that.
Well, because think about it, if people's schedules are so busy they can't make that event in person, they missed it. Here now, you can do it from your house right there on the big screen on your computer screen. So
that's so
cool. And when you dress
how
up,
do people sign up for
On a
this?
shirt, right? You don't need pants. You can just put your shirt on,
right.
and then you're good.
Yeah, but Mark, how do you sign up for this? How do you get involved with this?
Well, just check us out at eventsandadventures.com. That's eventsandadventures.com. 1-800-386-0866. And the most important thing to remember, this is only going to be going on for a few more weeks. And then everybody's going to be out. We are going to have the best quarantine party you've ever had. And then we're going to be out kayaking and skydiving and doing world travel and all the things we normally do. So you get to know everybody a little bit right now online. And then when the live events start up again, you'll be all good to go.
We need to sign Ryan up. Ryan, you need to be signed up for sure.
Ryan's lonely. He'll be your first one today, Mark. Eventsandadventures.com.
I got your back, Ryan. Just let me know.
We're not, but you can't take him skydiving anymore. He's not allowed after that mishap he had a couple of years ago. Mark, thank you so much for checking in with us and letting people know how they can connect, even though physically we are distanced. You take care of yourself too, and I hope you stay healthy as we all are trying to do our part to flatten the curve. Thanks so much, Mark.
Thank you, guys. It's been fun talking to you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Take care.